Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by Betting Bros. Me, the voice of the guys, me, really well, from the Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service.
Bing bang, bing bang, bing bang.
Yep, got a winner. Very good. I feel like I'm seeing this Knicks team good already. They took everybody out of the starting lineup. Everybody out of the starting lineup to begin the game. I mean, they didn't even play him. The line dropped to, I think, like 5. So just good call out of this team has been doing a lot. They went overseas, played 2 games. They just had an overtime game. And granted, it was the backups in the overtime game, but they still had been doing a lot. Mike Brown gave the starters some rest. I got a better number at 10.5. I played the plus 380 on the money line. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Get a win on the Wizards. And starts off preseason with a nice plus 380 heater on the money line. Like that's a nice little pick me up here to get me going for the NBA season. We are going to keep going because I have another team that I want to talk about, and we'll actually take a preseason bet on that team, and we will take a win total on that team here today. But first, before I get to that, I got to make sure that everybody is tapped into Hard Rock Bet. If you have not, you need to be locked into everything Hard Rock Bet has going on here. NBA is around the corner, so you can get down on all the NBA futures over there at Hard Rock Bet. And also, new customers can bet just $5. And if it hits, you can get your winnings plus $150 in bonus bets. Make sure you go tap in. Plus, there's new promos every day. So make sure you go open up the app and check in, see what they got this day of the week. Head over there to Hard Rock Bet, log in, tap in, make an account today. All right. Let's talk about the Chicago Bulls going up against the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets are laying 8.5 here. So we talked about um how I feel about dogs in the preseason. And I said, one, you had dogs that are 6 or more, or I mean, favorites of 6 or more are hitting at about 44%, 43%, somewhere around there. And then you have the fact that you sprinkle on the money line, these dogs winning outright. I talked about the Hornets earlier. We got the Wizards yesterday. Now it's the Bulls at 8.5 points. And I get it. The Chicago Bulls have been playing without Kobe White all preseason with a hamstring injury, I believe it is. Just another, by the way, just to continue to add on to the list of players that are just hurt. There are so many players. Half of the NBA is hurt right now. I swear half of the NBA. Every time I look, it's a new player that's hurt. And it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I feel like, I mean, TJ McConnell, just heard about LeBron James, Kobe White still hurt. Like, the list goes on, and through almost every single team, there's like injuries everywhere. Darius Garland is still in outright. Tyler Hero's hurt all over again. Like, just all these players hurt. But that hasn't really affected the Bulls this preseason. They've covered this line in every single game they played in. Denver has not covered this line once all preseason. You have the Chicago Bulls who like to play fast, and so now they're playing with Ayo Dosunmu, and they're giving him some minutes, Buzelis some minutes, and they're picking the pace up because this is how they want to play all year with Josh Giddey. They want to play with pace. They want to play fast. They want to get up a bunch of threes. Honestly, truly, they're like a poor man's Boston, if we're being honest. I mean, I think Boston this year is going to be a poor man Boston as well. But like from previous year, they're like a poor man Boston where you don't know if you're going to get the defense night in or night out, but they're going to move fast and they're going to shoot a bunch of threes. And that's ultimately that's what will keep the Chicago Bulls in this game and keep it respectably close. It will ultimately keep them in the season as well as they go for their ultimate goal, which is the Chicago Bulls' ultimate goal every single year, which is to make the play in. That's what they try to do every year. They say, hey, we're going to go in. We're going to try to make the play in every year. I don't know if you all have been locked into Chicago Bulls fandom. And I'm telling you, if you want to laugh, go look at fans of teams that are not yours and what they're going through. It's really funny. But Chicago Bulls, when I dove into the Chicago Bulls fandom, they are livid because the team, they're similar to my New York Giants in football, where the team is never horrible enough to get the first overall pick and get a player that will genuinely change this organization, but they're not good enough to actually win anything. And so the Bulls are always in this limbo and they always find themselves in the play in without a good chance in the lottery. And it's frustrating to everybody. But Billy Donovan and this team and ownership clearly is where they want to be. And so if that's where they want to be, I don't have any fear of them tanking for the rest of the season. I think that no matter how bad I think they're going to be, because I don't think the Bulls are going to be a great team, but I think they're going to do enough. They're going to be one of those middle of the road teams that can beat anybody on any given night because they can hit threes, but they can also lose to anybody on any given night because guess what? What happens when you don't hit threes? Yeah, so I think I like this game for one. We get a very large dog here on a Tuesday night going up against the Denver Nuggets, who also have not been able to cover this number in the preseason yet. So I'll take Chicago plus the points, sprinkle on the money line, of course. And then I will also drop a future for you because give me the Chicago Bulls over 32 and a half wins. Over 32 and a half wins is extremely low. And I understand, I'm looking at the roster, I understand. But if you know the Chicago team and you know Billy Donovan, they are going to push for the play-in every time. Last year, it looked like they were down and out, and they had an incredible run at the end of the season to get themselves into the play-in. I think this is a little bit different. I could see actually, honestly, when Kobe White comes back, the Chicago Bulls team going on a little bit of a run. A lot of teams underestimating them and them stealing a couple of wins. I think that the Eastern Conference overall is extremely weak. And so the teams at the bottom have a very good chance of beating each other. I think the Bulls are better than the teams at the very, very bottom at the Eastern Conference as well, like the Washington Wizards and the Charlotte Hornets. I think they're better than those teams, and I think they can compete with the other teams playing along in the middle. And I mean, at the top, is anybody truly, truly scared of Philadelphia right now? Is anybody truly, truly scared of Boston right now? Not really. And so I think the Bulls have enough games in there where they can come in as a scrappy dog, get a couple of wins, shoot the basketball well. Maybe the defense lets them down in a number of games, but there'll be games that they wake up defensively and they'll have good ones. I just think 32 and a half is way too low of a win total of a team that's probably closer to a 500 team. So give me the Chicago Bulls. I like them tonight, plus 8.5. Let's put that on the graphic. Chicago Bulls plus 8.5 in the preseason tonight. And then I'm also going to take a future on them. I don't do too many futures as well, but I'll play around with this one for the plot. Give me the Chicago Bulls to go over 32 and a half wins. I don't think they're going to be good, but I think they're 500. All right. I'm at really real underscore. Make sure you give me a follow on X at Betting Pros on X and TikTok at Betting Pros NFL on Instagram and YouTube.com/Betting Pros. And also make sure you go and subscribe, comment on any Fast Break Best video, and have a chance to win a Penny Hardaway signed Team USA jersey. You have a chance to win that Penny Hardaway signed Team USA jersey. All you have to do is subscribe to Betting Pros, comment on any Fast Break Best video, and you'll be entered to that contest at the end of the month. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast just going to end like this. We are